Good morning. Why does the screen look... Is it just because I haven't got my glasses on that everything looks blurry?
Yeah, because you need to clean the screen.
Maybe that's better. Morning, guys. Alrighty, so we're still here in Thompson Bay having a bit of fun. We didn't actually get off the boat yesterday and Fox isn't too happy about it. Not for any other reason than we had a few jobs to do and we wanted to make some water, so we topped up the water tanks. Erica did all the laundry. Good job, Erica. We got clean clothes.
So much laundry.
Yeah, so today we're going to get off the boat and go and do a bit of exploring. So I got the metal detector out, I got the drone out. We're going to go for a bit of a hike. We've just made friends with a guy called Tom. We actually met him the other day in the bar. He's just swung by and asked if we fancy going for a bit of a hike to the other side, explore on the beach. So we'll take the drone and the metal detector. Maybe we can find a pot of gold. And yeah, let's go have some fun. The dinghy engine is now working again. I'm not sure if we told you it wasn't. It was a little bit of a bad couple of days there.
Explain that one.
It had a bit of a moment on the beach and didn't want to start, and we couldn't get home, and Erica got all stressy pants about it. And then we managed.
Commission for like 2 days.
It was a day and a half. It was out of commission. Anyway, I found the problem, and it was under the flywheel, which was the biggest problem because getting the flywheel off is not easy with the tools I've got on board here. But I managed to fashion some tools using the flagpole, some bits of rope, some bits of strap, and didn't film any of it because there was way too much swearing, and this is also supposed to be a child-friendly channel. So anyway, let's leave that there. Let's head to the beach. See you there.
Hey, Foxy. So it was a bit of a hot walk down the beach. I even had to carry Fox at one point, but it's absolutely beautiful. This east coast of Long Island is stunning. It's been a really great day.
Alrighty guys, we thought we'd touch base a little bit with you, a little bit of a chit chat, answer a few little questions. A lot of pointers have been coming up, haven't they? It's a bit of a rainy day.
It feels like it's been raining for about 3 weeks.
It's pretty wet, but at least the water tanks are full. Solar is suffering a little bit. Yesterday we had to run the generator, didn't we, for an hour?
Yeah.
As you know, we do rely on electricity to cook our food, and it's quite a electricity hungry appliance, the Foodie Ninja.
It's been a little bit tough the past few days.
Yeah, but we only had to run it for a couple of hours just to top off. We don't have the biggest battery bank in the world. I think, just over 600 amp hours. Mm-hmm. So I think we say that we can use 275 of those so that we look after our battery bank, and I don't think we've ever actually got to 275. We've always jumped in either with either solar's come back and helped us out enough, or we've pulled out the generator. But the generator has actually been not too much lately. No.
Past couple days, but that's
past couple of days, but before that it's been weeks that we haven't used.
So the next question that we've been getting quite a lot is, do you guys know it's hurricane season?
Yes,
and you're in the Bahamas?
Do, guys. We do know it's hurricane season, just in case you worry. And we do get a few messages, guys, you need to move. Interesting fact, obviously the fact of being hurricane season, we are definitely on our toes, we're checking the weather a lot. But an interesting fact, we've met quite a few people that specifically come here to cruise during hurricane season.
Yeah, during the summer. And they do that because there's not as many boats around, there's not as many people. So you get lots of different anchorages all to yourself. There's lots of privacy. I know some people will say that's because it's dangerous because there could be hurricanes, but you do have quite a bit of time to check and move and prepare yourself. So we use a lot of different platforms for weather. So we have the lightning tracker one. We do get Chris Parker emails every day. He's fantastic.
He's one of the ones that I definitely rely on. We do the normal standard stuff: windy, predict wind, weather. Was it AccuWeather?
AccuWeather, Bahamas weather radar.
Lightning. What's the actual name of that one? That's quite a good app. I like that one.
My Lightning
Tracker. That one. That's a good one that I like. But the main one that I actually stand by is actually Chris Parker. I think his weather reports are fantastic. It's every day apart from Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we actually get his weather report on about 5 different regions within the Caribbean. But obviously the Bahamas one is the main one.
But then we can kind of track what's happening all around, and it just gives you an overall feeling of what's happening in the Caribbean, which is great.
I think the squalls are the worst things, aren't they, at the moment?
Squalls.
The squalls. The deadly squalls.
They're squirrels.
Yeah. They just pop up out of nowhere. That's another thing as well with Chris Parker. He does put the likelihood of squalls and the wind that you should expect out of a squall. He does put that in there. Whereas you don't see any of that on windy or on predict wind.
And then it comes out of nowhere and it gets you.
Yeah, you can be literally protected from the trade winds, which normally come out the east, southeast actually more this time of year. So perfectly tucked into a little cove, and then suddenly a squall will pop out and come out of the west. And you're just like, I am anchored perfectly for normal, anything on windy or predict wind. But then suddenly, bam, you've got 35 knots coming out of an area. So you've got to make sure there's not too much fetch in any direction.
We do plan on moving. Right now we're in Long Island. We've done some exploring. As you've been watching some of this lovely drone footage, the east coast of Long Island is stunning. There's beaches that go on forever and ever.
Ever and ever. And there's so much pirate history around here as well. So I've been really enjoying myself with the metal detector.
Not that we've found anything yet, but you never know.
I found 25 cents the other day.
And I guess another 10 cents. So another one of the reasons that we are still here in the Bahamas and we don't plan on going anywhere is we need to be in Nassau for August 8th. Davy has to have a B1, B2 visa to sail into the States on a private pleasure craft.
That's
so
for me being British. So Erica being Canadian, they automatically get a B1, B2 stamp when they come across the border just by showing a Canadian passport. But for me, I'm allowed to go in by aeroplane, I'm allowed to go in by ferry, I'm allowed to go in by any commercial means of transport on my ESTA visa. But to take a private vessel in, whether I be captain or crew, it doesn't matter, have to have a B1, B2. And I'd say a lot of you guys check that out if your country needs that as well, because there's a big fine. It's $585 fine if you don't have the right visa. That's not the biggest thing. Okay, $500 is a lot of money, but the biggest problem is you get one black stamp on your passport. Now if you get another one, they will kick you out and give you a 10-year ban. So using up that one-time fine puts you on a back foot, if you will, when you're stateside. Maybe you get a road traffic ticket or something like that, a parking ticket. They can use that to actually kick you out and ban you for 10 years. So I wouldn't suggest going in with the wrong visa, guys. So we're sitting waiting for my appointment. And how long's it taken to get this appointment?
So I first did the paperwork when just before we got to the Bahamas, so in March time, because we arrived in the Bahamas April 4th. So I did all the paperwork before we left. And I was waiting and waiting. It took months. Just got it. It took months to get the appointment. We've only just got the appointment about a month ago. And as soon as we got our appointment, like 2 days later, our friends got an appointment, but for March 2023. So if you are considering sailing around and you want to go to the States, make sure you get this visa like in advance, because otherwise it's a pain in the butt.
I do want to drop in there, our friends though that got on the same day they got their visa appointment, but not for till 2023. They did still book that, and then they went back online over the next following few days and they managed to get a cancellation appointment. So I think they've now got one for September. Yeah, it's just within a couple of weeks of mine or something like that, just a little bit.
But it's kind of a pain in the butt because it is hurricane season. We don't necessarily want to sit in the Bahamas, but we don't really have a choice because we are heading north. Obviously, I don't know if we've told you guys that, we are planning on heading towards the States, so maybe we'll do a meet-up with some of our patrons or some of our followers. Yeah,
we are planning on going across into Florida, but then again, at the end of the day, what's the difference between being in the Bahamas and Florida anyway? For hurricane season, Florida, the southern end gets a lot of bad weather during this season. So.
And we really didn't want to have to go back to Loop Run for hurricane season. We'd already made our way up here We'd spent so much time in Loop Run. It's a great place, but
I'm sure everyone would have loved to seen us for a third season in Loop Run.
Nope. No, thank you.
No, I think we're done with that place. We do love it. I would go back and visit and see some good friends we got there, but I definitely wasn't ready to spend another season there.
The Bahamas is stunning, and we've really been enjoying ourselves. It's the privacy factor of this time of year is fantastic, and there's less boats to drag into you. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what Georgetown looks like when there's no boats around. Because last time we were there 3 years ago, there was like 350 boats in the harbor, so it's going to be interesting.
Should make for a good drone shot. Then we can compare what last time.
Well, if the rain ever buggers off.
Yeah.
So guys, I hope you've enjoyed some of this drone footage. It's beautiful here. And maybe we've answered a few of your questions that you've had. If you do have more questions for us about what our plans are, there is some big things in the works. So that's a little secret there.
Oh, you're letting out some hints.
Oh yeah. Well, our patrons already kind of know what's up. So if you do want to know, consider becoming a patron, and you'll get some of the updates. Inside information. So thanks for watching this week's episode, guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned. Hopefully there's no rain next week.
Okay, crack on.